People have no idea who we are, what we're like. It's time that we showed them.
Maybe you're like young and you think, okay, maybe I'm queer, but like you've never seen a queer adult who's like you know, like that's something, okay, like white people can do that, but like, can I do that?
A lot of the queer bars here are very white still. A person of color walks in, like you're automatically fetishized. There's all this stuff. It's just like, oh, I didn't know there's that many. I didn't know there was Arab queers. I didn't know that was allowed. And it's just like, what do you mean? There's queers in all communities.
A lot of people don't even think that we exist, let alone have a community, support each other and show up and have a family that's based here. Just brown rhythm and goodness that makes people want to, you know, dance together. And so that leads to people learning about each other and about their culture.
Part of like understanding your gender or getting to like really experience your gender is getting to live a life that somewhat looks like your parents' life, you know? One thing was like, you know, the way men get to be at parties.
The Arab man has its position and the women have their position, and I wasn't really able to explore. And Yalla, I was able to do that. And everybody was doing it, and I was just like, wow. I was able to dance how I wanted to dance for so many years. It was very hard for me to even embrace my Palestinian identity, even here in the United States. Like adding another layer to that, I felt so guilty for so many years, and I didn't want to put that on my family.
Queerness and homosexuality and all of that goodness was accepted before colonization. I mean, you read these beautiful, you know, Sufi poems, for instance, by Rumi, and he's very, you know, general when it comes to just talking about, for instance, a lover. And, you know, it was always genderqueer lovers and people that, you know, he would romanticize. It says nothing about homosexuality being haram or being forbidden or being sinful. A lot of our brothers and sisters who are queer, who are gay, you know, lesbian, bi, trans, do not have rights back in our motherlands. And this is a serious issue. It's a human rights issue.
Like, I'm Iranian and I can't go to Iran. Not yet, maybe at some point. Like, we all have these kind of restrictions on our places, like being from a diaspora community. It's like, I can go to someone else's homeland, but I can't go to mine, and they can go to my home. You know, like you have these weird, but also like I'm not white and I'm not from here. So like to go other places is meaningful. Like to see more brown people around me at once was really important.
In Middle Eastern, North African culture and Mediterranean culture in general, family is such an important part of who we are. And you know, queer and trans people, some of them don't have that because, you know, some of them are rejected by their families, some of them have to hide who they are.
Family always shows up. They're always there.
It is meaningful to people, and it's not because they don't have their own parties where they are, because they do. Like, queers always party, so we know that everywhere that there is a queer, there is a party. Even though maybe you have friends that are like drag queens or drag kings where you are, like to get to see someone across the seas like doing that too, who also looks like you, it makes you feel like also mobile. And it's through like events where you can like be like, okay, this is a map of like New York or Palestine or Morocco, wherever it is, that like once I get in, I can keep finding.